Okay, should you cycle off caffeine the week before a big game or the week before a championship? This question came up on my Snapchat earlier in the week, BrianK019. So if you're not following my Snapchat, definitely check me out up on there. But should you cut caffeine the week before a championship game? Okay, long and the short answer is yes, and then reintroduce it before the game. And then the long answer is going to be making sure that you're doing everything to peak yourself that week. So anyone coming through my GA Lean Body program, the week before championship, for some people, depending on each version of the program, some people will deload that week, other people will train right into it depending on how their body responds best. But one of the things that can work tremendously well, and has worked very well for some of my top players and some of my beginner players, some of my minors and under 21s as well, is cutting out their caffeine the week before their biggest games and then reintroducing it the morning of the game, about 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, depending on each person's tolerance level before the game. What happens with caffeine is it runs off your beta-1 receptor. So when that receptor gets too full, the caffeine stopped having the same hit. That's why the first time you drank coffee or took a pre-workout or had a can of Monster or Red Bull, you were buzzing and wired, and now it just barely keeps you ticking over. That's because that receptor can fill up and kind of burn out, and you don't get the same hit from caffeine that it once gave you. So using that knowledge can make it hit you like it did the first time if you cycle off it the week before. So one of the things I would advise, if you're playing championship or a big game on a Saturday or Sunday, the week before, particularly when you're deloading that week, you know, when you're not going too intense with training, you're doing a lot more recovery. The people in my GA Lean Body program are doing their peak beforehand, so they're carb loading the couple days before, loading up their glycogen stores so that they've got a full tank of gas coming into the game, and then add in your caffeine before the game. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on each person's sensitivity level, can give you and send you to the next level. The analogy I like to use is your glycogen and carbohydrate stores. Filling those up is like filling your car with petrol or fuel or gas before you go on a long journey. And then your caffeine is like your NOS. It's the thing that can send you into overdrive. So coming into the biggest games, you want to utilize the most powerful thing on the market that is you're allowed use in GEA, which is caffeine, and take a week off it beforehand and then use it before the game, and it's going to give you a massive mental focus. It's going to help reduce fatigue, mental and physical fatigue, and then assuming that you've loaded your carbohydrates, assuming you've got your nutrition on point, it can move you to the next level going into the big games. So again, trial it. Everyone's going to be different. Everyone has different sensitivity levels. Some people don't do that well on caffeine. Some people it doesn't hit at all. So it's very much dependent on each person, but there's definitely a way to cut it the week before, when you're deloading that week, when you're doing a lot more recovery, you're focusing on your nutrition to keep your energy levels up, and then you're adding in your caffeine at the end to give you that extra hit. Can work amazingly well. So I hope this video helps. If you have any comments, I'll be replying Facebook comments in the next 24 hours. And any teammates or anybody that you want to give an edge to, make sure you tag them below. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon.